So your 3D printed product is getting millions of views and hundreds to thousands of sales. But how do you deal with that now? This is actually a more common thing to happen than you might think. Here at Slant 3D, we work with a lot of small businesses who are running through our print-on-demand options, where we print parts and ship them to customers. And a lot of these businesses are constantly trying to advertise and figure out how to sell more of their item. And on the fairly regular, someone inside of those hundreds of businesses that use us will spike and have a huge number of sales in a very short period of time to where they get nervous. And that's perfectly legitimate, because you're like, oh, now I have a ton of orders to fulfill and I'm not able to. This is actually very common with 3D printing business, because somebody is used to having 5 or 10 printers, maybe in a garage where they have this hobby side business on Etsy, but then their product gets a shout out from a celebrity or something, and now they need hundreds of machines to fulfill the orders that they need and way more people. So there is always this challenge of like, how do I deal with this and not cause any sorts of problems? Well, the very first thing I would say is take a deep breath. You will be fine. This is a good thing. This is something to be excited about. Congratulations on your success. This is awesome. This is what everybody fights for to try to get to. I appreciate it for just a moment. And now we can dive right back in. First of all, take care of your existing customers, because the worst advertising is people not liking your product or your customer experience. So do make sure you do what you need to do to get the orders out quickly, call in help, get the family and the kids in to help pack boxes, whatever it happens to be. Use whatever resources you have available. Take care of those orders. In the context of 3D printing, you might buy more machines, but this can endanger you down the line, because if you have this spike of demand and then you buy more machines and then that spike falls off, now you have a bunch of machines that are unused and you've spent all of your profits buying more machines for a peak that you don't have to deal with. Very often a better option is to use a service, something like Slant 3D, where you can just plug into us, we can print and ship and get you caught back up. And then if for some reason that's not sustainable or you need to shift in a different direction, you can deactivate that so that you get past the gap, and then you can carry on taking care of normal slow burn orders. Or maybe it's a really good option and you can just continue to use our giant print farms or somebody else like us, so that you can continue to grow the business and you don't have to worry about the infrastructure of it. So that takes care of the production stuff. That gets your orders out the door so that your customers get the parts that they ordered. Now, you're taking care of this problem for the next couple of weeks, maybe a couple months, depending on how big of a spike you have over time. But while you're dealing with that very short-term issue of getting orders out the door, you also have to deal with the long-term issues. And this is why entrepreneurs have 16-hour days, because you're doing 2 jobs. You're doing the job of today and you're doing the job for 6 months from now. We're going to assume that you actually want to grow the business, that you don't want to just have this hit and then disappear into oblivion again. So in order to make sure that your business is sustainable and you're teeing yourself up for the new stuff coming down, here are a few things to do. First of all, get customer emails. When people check out, make sure that your e-commerce store has the option to opt in for newsletters and notifications. This gives you a group of customers who love your product and who you're able to share new stuff down the line with, so that they can become recurring customers who can come back around and order from you again and again and again, and you don't have to wait for some viral god to smile upon you. Give those customers a good experience. Like we said, this is a short-term and a long-term option. Obviously, people want the orders when they ordered them, but you want to make sure that they had a good experience so that they tell friends about them. And again, when you email them 6 months down the line for the new product or new item or whatever it happens to be, they are open and willing to it because they had a good experience with you. Next, observe and learn everything inside of your business. This is a stress test. Things are going to break and some things are not. Look at everything inside your business and see what is working and seeing what isn't. Oh, those orders are not packing fast enough because the box supplier didn't get them to us in time. We need to look for another box supplier once we're passed through this. Oh, that order didn't ship right. That product people don't like very much. People ordered 1,000 of this and 1 of that. Maybe I don't need to deal with that anymore. Observe everything in your business and see what you can do to see what works and what doesn't. A real simple way of doing this is to just keep a journal of your daily day. Today we shipped this, today we did that, whatever else it was, had a problem with this, that, and the other thing. And that's just an easy way to kind of run through what's available and what is working and what isn't, so that you can refer back to that a couple weeks down the line when you have more time and aren't in just the daily battle, and are able to look at it and be like, yes, we got to fix that, move this around, move that table closer, do whatever it was. Just be looking and observing at everything that worked well and what didn't work well the entire entire time. Now, the big question everybody has when they go viral like this is this forever or does it go away? I don't know. Some people are able to take these viral moments and continue to spike and grow very quickly, and they become the overnight success after 10 years of work to get to that viral moment that was their springboard. Other people spike and then, fade back out immediately. This is really kind of dependent on you and the context that you're in. Very likely the traffic will fade away. Virality is fleeting. Sometimes you get a ton of views, sometimes you don't. But that doesn't have to mean that your business goes up in revenue and then drops back down to zero or whatever it happens to be. You are able to maintain your business and keep it going forward and use this as a way to pull yourself up to the next rung of the ladder, or maybe skip a couple of rungs. You can use the capital from the profit of what you just made to hire more people to help you so that you can improve the customer experience or improve the product itself. Now notice here, I said improve the product. I didn't say add more products. This is a fine distinction and something that a lot of 3D printing businesses often miss out on. Many people think that if I had a product work, I need to make another product to get more sales. That is not the case. You need to use this moment not to add more products, which will make your job harder and make your company less scalable. You need to focus on the current product that you have and improve it. Now, this might mean creating variations of it, like, oh, people were asking for pink and I didn't have that around. I should add pink in, that kind of stuff, but it's still the same base item, that kind of thing. Iterating and improving on it. Don't introduce a whole new thing. Don't say, oh, everybody's buying screws, I need to start selling screwdriver. No. You're selling screws, sell another screw that's better than the screw you had before, but still solves the problem for those people. And ultimately, the easiest way to make sure that it is a sustainable point of growth rather than a flash in the pan is to assume that it's going to be a flash in the pan. You have to operate as if this is your one shot and you don't have any others, because it could be. You might not ever go viral again. So focus on this moment and make sure you use it well. Take it and use the resources wisely to make sure that the business grows and expands and improves more. Jeff Bezos has said that capital is a way to create safety inside of a company. Whenever you have excess cash, you improve the company so that you're now up to a new rung of the ladder and you've pushed yourself ahead, and now you can operate up here until the next spike, and then you get up there, and then the next spike and you get up there. And oddly enough, if you operate as if this will only be your one shot and your one moment, you will probably be more successful in this moment and long term, so long as you value the moment that you're in. So to sum this all up, take care of your existing customers, gather as much information as you can, and assume that this spike is going to go away. That is the best way that we know of to prepare yourself and to act on a viral moment in order to make sure that it is sustainable. If you don't do that, it will go away. It will come and go, and it will be fleeting. So make sure you take care of the business today, plan for the future, and learn as much as you can, because this is a tremendous moment to understand what it is that you're actually using and who you're selling to. Have a great day, everybody.